Hey guys, back again today. The reason for this particular video is we are going to check the good old transmission fluid. So I just consulted with my peers on the Storm Facebook group. I think I have located the bolts, or the plugs anyway. So what I'll be using today is just kind of a 1/2-inch wrench with a 24mm socket. And I do have a jack lever that I sort of stick the wrench into for some additional torque. And so let's go ahead and underneath the car here. And let me show you if you're doing this at home. Let me get under here. So here's the transmission. This right here is the drain plug. And then if we go a little bit further, you'll see right in the center of the screen, that is the fill plug up there. So I'm going to remove the fill plug first, and then I'll do the drain plug. Broke. Alright, I cracked that bolt too down on the bottom here. So let's go see. I'm pretty sure this thing didn't have very much transmission in it. Let's see what comes out. There she is. Isn't really much in there. At this point, I'll let it drain out. I do have it jacked up. I'm probably going to let her down on the ground, and that will allow it to drain all the way. And then from there, I'll go ahead and fill it up. I'll show you what I use to fill it up as well. That's the procedure to drain it though. Always take off the fill plug first, just to make sure that you don't have issues after draining your transmission. You can't get fluid back into it. So we'll let that drain, and then we'll come back and fill it up. Alright guys, so I let the car drain. I took it off the jack stands and I replaced the plug. And now we're going to go ahead and fill it. Pennzoil Synchromesh, and then this is the tool that I'm using to fill it, and you're supposed to just fill it till it starts pouring out of the fill plug, or the fill hole. I'm going to run a little bit of this fluid through the hose to get out any existing gunk in there, and then I'll show you the setup. You can get this at AutoZone, I believe is where I purchased this. So let me go ahead and get set up. Facebook group told me it takes 2 quarts, so I bought 3 just in case I screw it up, which is always a possibility. So let me get you guys set up here and we'll go ahead and do it. Alright guys, as you can see, I've got the tube going down there into the transmission, the other end going into a fresh bottle. At this point I cleaned out my tubes quite a bit before I did this. I went through and cleaned it out. So we're going to go ahead and start filling until it starts flowing out of that hole down there. So that's it. Went ahead and crawled underneath there. It was a pretty tight squeeze, but I crawled underneath and put in the plug for the fill hole. And I might do it again relatively soon based on my little apparatus that I have. So, but that's how you change the transmission fluid in a Geostorm. She's looking pretty good. I only need to get some new spark plug wires, which should be here shortly. And then, even though I'm afraid, we're gonna go for a ride. See you next time, guys.